Good morning, everyone. Once again, this is Black Forex coming to you with another pre-market analysis video. This morning, we're going to be looking at the Kiwi USD. That is the NZDUSD. NZD is also known as the Kiwi. But before we get started breaking down this currency pair, we have to state that this video is for educational purposes only. This is not financial advice, but we all know why you're here. So trying to find good Forex content that can help improve your ability as a trader. So with that being said, let's go ahead and get started. Okay, so before we go ahead and break down what's actually going on the chart from a technical analysis base, let us discuss the fundamentals of what's going on actually with the NZD and the USD. Now, what's going on is that let's talk about the NZD. We got to talk about it from two perspective points. The NZD heading into this week is one of our stronger currencies heading into this trading week. But on the other hand, it also acts as a panic currency as well, which means that if there's any global panic, price will start to drop and plummet immediately. Not without warning, it will just totally drop. Okay? So we have to keep that in mind. And also with the USD, as we stated in previous videos, that the USD is very weak due to the inflation being suffered by the American economy. But on the other side is that we have to also pay attention to that throughout this European conflict between Russia and Ukraine, it has acted as a safe haven currency as well, due to America being the major world power to push sanctions against Russia. Okay, so with that being said, let's go ahead and get started breaking it down from a technical analysis point. So just like we said right here, when the NZD starts to go into a panic mode due to due to potential global conflict, like with war, it started to drop value immediately. And as I stated, because that the US, because the and excuse me, I'm sorry, the NZD started to drop immediately because of the global panic that was with the potential war that could have been fought against Russia from the NATO nations. But once we saw that it was going to be a pure European conflict, that's when the markets tend to settle down. But this right here is the NZD acting as a panic currency. So as soon as the news came out that Russia was putting uh, tanks and troops on the borders and an invasion happened, we had a full-scale drop in price. Now, the USD has acted as a safe haven currency during this incident, and this was also push. This is also the reason why we have a drive and a push too. But as long as this remains a European conflict with no geopolitical news to cause the markets to go into a panic, we'll just basically stick to the fundamentals of what's going. We'll stick to the fundamental strength of what's going on currently, with the NZD being one of our stronger currencies heading into this trading week, and the USD being one of our weaker ones, looking for, as we can see, having a long position. It's been in a long position since the market has opened, going up, going up, going up. And now we're having some slight retracement down due to the last time we was in this area. Everybody remembers price came down immediately. Okay, so let's discuss some scenarios of what may happen with price action. Okay, so what may happen is we may have a slight push down to this area right here, range out, and then start to go up, or we may start to range out right here before we start to go up. Now, let's say we do have geopolitical news in which aggressions pick up and tensions pick up from the European conflict that can possibly change this into a global conflict. Then what we will see is an immediate price push down immediately with hardly any type of retracement. The retracements will almost look like hiccups, maybe slightly and then go down, maybe slightly and go down. So we're going to have to pay attention to see what's going on in the world, especially with Europe, with the European conflict, to be able to trade this currency pair safely. And we have to have a plan just in case we do have fundamental shifts during the mid-trading session. Okay, but for the most part, we're looking like we're going to be heading into a long position for the majority of this trading week. We're possibly having some mid-market turnaround, possibly having some mid-market end of the week turnaround once we get to this area here. Okay, So please keep in mind, keep your eye on the news and keep your eyes on what's going on between Russia and Ukraine so you can be able to trade safely, minimize your risk, and maximize your profits. I hope that information was helpful for you guys. Happy trading.